One, beloved poets, welcome to Chaos Magic. As usual, I'll give a few ground rules. 3 to 5 minute sets. We asked, but do not require that you bring one original and one cover piece. You can do two original pieces. We will love whatever we will love whatever chaos or magic you bring here tonight. Of course, no racism, no sexism, no sexism, no bullshit. Just keep it all about the love here. Negate the hate, release the peace. Love is the law, love under will. That said, let's dive right into it. I posted the list on a group chat not too long ago. So refer to that. It'll be updating every so often. And if you need to be bumped up sooner, please let me know, because I want to make sure that you get your time. With that said, let's get into it. On deck, we have Lantern Carrier, but leading off tonight, please give it up for Richard Spizak. Unmute and take it away when you are ready.
Thank you so much. Do I understand that? Am I first or is Lantern first? I'm first. Okay. Super. All right. The first thing I'd like to offer you, my friends, is a little something a dear friend of mine wrote, and it is just a splendid little piece. It is called, oh, Rats. Anyway, I guess I'll do a couple originals then. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Many of you may know a young lady, a fine poet named Serene Poems. The poem of hers that I'm going to read is called "The First Snow." Like the mountains feel their first winter snow, I feel shivers clenching beneath breastbones. The long, restless weight takes a bow, burdens Mother Earth never intended fall down. I fully surrender this disjointed life where appendages are severed and ground into strife. The sun peaks and clowns around, kissing my cheeks with warm rays. I sprawl into the soil unbound, welcoming this broken heart to heal from past winters of perfection, a perception of love as cold steel. The sun consoles me, whispers. The storms swept the dying pieces away that no longer exist or stay. Just like the mountains when spring blooms, my heart is reaching for light, the sun in my days and all of my nights. Serene Poems. Lovely piece. And here I have a piece to offer you. I've recently been waxing with some philosophers. So this is called Olber's Paradox. Olber's Paradox, we're here to explore. Get out one night, go, open the door. And when you're out into the night, why is it so dark? Why ain't it real bright? Did the light just go park? Are they really all right? In an infinite universe in every direction filled with bright stars, it's not really speculation. Why would it be dark? Where everywhere and around we see stars all around. What could be out there, mundane or profound? He looked for an answer. There were none in his books. In a universe of stars, planets, and nebula in every direction, what was missing? This question, so it fueled speculation. Why wouldn't it all glow all across the sky? He didn't understand it and wanted to know why. Heinrich Wilhelm Olbers wanted to know why the sky was dark. Why didn't it glow? With all those starry sparks, with millions of stars in every direction, why was it dark? He wanted to understand the cosmic situation. Kepler had argued it couldn't be so. In an infinite universe, the night sky surely must glow. Even Johannes Kepler had these aching doubts about an infinitude of stars back in 1610 in his mountaintop redoubt, even back then. Olbers, old Wilhelm, had a better idea. Born in 1758, trained as a physician, he wanted to see it all, the cosmic condition. But as an astronomer, he was great. He discovered two asteroids, Pallas and Vesta. He predicted their orbits, and here he was at his best. A man who constructed his own observatory, spending night after night, he was there in his glory. History tells us in 1779 he devised a new calculation to exactly track each comet so fine, its path to define in whatever direction. Just what he find, he made the connection. Back in 1811, he had a theory that explained the position of comet tails quite simply and plain. It was the simple pressure of the sun so bright that explained the position of the comet's tail, the very real pressure of light. Not till the 20th century was he proved right in the laboratory observatory late one fine night. In 1832, from his observations, he knew that our Earth would pass through the tail of Biela's comet, but what would it do? Europe was afire. What would it mean if the doctor's calculations were correct and we passed through its tail? Could the sky catch on fire? Would we see burning hail? Would ashes and dust fall from the sky? Would it clearly be the apocalypse? Would we all surely die? And yet the day passed with no calamity, it seems, despite all their worries and prophetic dreams. Our friend Wilhelm proceeded to continue his studies, despite conspiratorial schemes and the advice of his buddies. What is the paradox that carries his name? The Olbers paradox that brought him such fame. In an infinite universe with stars in each direction, why is night dark? What's the explanation? The answer is plain if you consider three facts. Get out your pencil and paper and sit back and relax. The age of the universe, its constant expansion, the accumulation of dust, and our friend gravity's attraction. Finally, the documented behavior of light, the redshift we observe carried out by solar photons so bright. We find ultimately defeated our optical nerve, and our friend Olbers again has thrown us a curve. It indicated a direction for research to continue. Not too bad for a fellow with physician on his shingle.
Everybody at this time, unmute and show some love for Richard Spazak. Yeah. This is how he does it.
Yeah.
Right on. Thank you for doing what you do, sharing what you share. We're gonna keep this momentum rolling. On deck, we got Sophia Falco, but stepping up to the plate now, please give it up for Lantern Carrier. Unmute and take it away when you are ready.
Thank you, my brother. I have two pieces. A short piece by Mary Elizabeth Fry, and also credited to someone else whose name I can't remember. It's called "Do Not Stand at My Grave and Weep." Do not stand at my grave and weep. I am not there, I do not sleep. I am 1,000 winds that blow. I am the diamond glints on snow. I am the sun on ripening grain. I am the gentle autumn rain. When you awaken in the morning's hush, I am the swift uplifting rush of quiet birds in circling flight. I am the soft starlight in the night. Do not stand at my grave and cry. I am not there. I did not die. My piece, raindrops tap dancing on my window. She came suddenly, lightly tap dancing on my window like Fred Astaire. She embraced and caressed our emotions, the soft tenderness of our hearts beating, blending into the fullness of our love. On this cool autumnal evening, the crimson leaves dance with the light winds gliding past our windows where we lay, enveloped by a searing passion. Her smile was that of a Trojan princess, her eyes a gorgeous sapphire blue. How we loved the rain. Its gentle, steadily increasing drops cuddled our core like magic. Her soothing, serene arias like that of minstrels from the celestial spheres. Somehow, she added gracefulness to the indigo vastness of the sky. The autumnal leaves, elegantly gliding in magenta freedom, were comforting, brought solace to our golden moments. Uninhibited, we soared to a pinnacle of delight. Outside our home, the trees swayed and glistened, the wet, shiny branches portraying a vibrant energy so very healing to the thrill of lovers entwined. The roads smile in silent greeting, and the plants replenishes their life force. Inside, the imprints and lingering wafts of Simona's silhouette before she left still hugs my frame, and I know the joy of love. Too late, as once again she moves from the plane of my excellence to yet another realm of memory, far, far away. I awoke to a breathtaking, sublime fragrance lingering on my pillows, the silk, the silk window curtains. I hear a silent, almost inaudible sound as I peep through the windows. The rain is falling sweetly. I will wait, as she would come again to open the portals of her celestial paradise, and the raindrops would tap dance on her windows one more time. Lantern Carrier, thank you.
The Sage of Light has casted his excellence. Let everybody unmute and give it up for Lantern Carrier. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Wow.
Wow.
I felt that poem. I just want to say I just had a thing when you were talking about the silk curtains. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just love sensory details so much, and you just happen to catch a particular niche thing right there at a good time, and I appreciate that. I always appreciate your work, and
Thank you.
I,
Thank you.
everybody, one more time, give it for Lance and Carrier. Right on, my brother.
Thank you.
All right. We're gonna keep this show rolling. We're gonna keep the train rolling here. On deck, we got China Bloodmeyer, but stepping up to the plate now. Please give it for Sophia Falco. Unmute and take it away when you are ready.
All right. I'm gonna read for the what we call it cover. I think I'm a little tired, but yeah. From the poet laureate of the U.S. Ada Limon from her book The Hurting Kind. This is one of her books. I'm not fully finished with it, the book, but it's really phenomenal. I always get a little nervous reading someone else's work, but this poem has really moved me, so I'm gonna read this one, and then I'll read a piece of mine. So this one's titled Open Water by Ada Limon. It does no good to trick and weave and lose the other ghosts, to shove the buried deeper into the sandy loam, the river Rhine slits. Still you come, my faithful one, the sound of a body so persistent in water. I cannot tell if it is a wave or you moving through. A month before you died, you wrote a letter to old friends saying you swam with a pod of dolphins in open water, saying goodbye. But what you told me most about was the eye, that enormous reckoning eye of an unknown fish that passed you during that last-ditch defiant swim. On the shore, you described the fish as nothing you've seen before, a blue-gray behemoth moving slowly and enduringly through its deep, fathomless North Pacific waters. That night, I heard more about that fish and that eye than anything else. I don't know why it has come to me this morning. Warm rain and landlocked, I don't deserve the image, but I keep thinking how something saw you. Something was bearing witness to you out there in the ocean where you were no one's mother and no one's wife, but you were in your original skin. Right before you died, you were beheld. And today in my kitchen with you, now 10 years gone, I am so happy for you. Open Water by Ada Limon. Such a powerful, moving piece. I just love that piece. Somber, but it's just like the part about being witnessed was just incredible, and how the poem took its turns and like sonically the rhymes embedded, and it was just like, and the ocean's my higher power, so it's just like it just really so anyways, shifting gears to one of my works. So this is actually the author's note, two paragraphs, prose like, the beginning to my fourth book that's forthcoming, should be by the end of this month, titled If My Hands Were Birds. So it's been a tough summer, but you know, you keep going. So this was written in a hospital, but here we go. Those who are insiders know where we are only supplied paper and markers as our writing instruments. One special summertime, there was a window I deemed iconic. Yet to some it was just an ordinary window, yet to others an undiscoverable window. All the while in the sturdy filth that someone had etched in some graffiti of a sad crying face, but still warmth and sunshine were able to have been streaming and filtering through. I was observing the view of the other side of the hospital. Shadows of tiny dots made of dust on the overside windowsill were abundant in front of me on my makeshift writing desk. Last night, I cried. The following morning, I didn't want to believe a patient when she said she felt more hopeful, and she felt more hopeful each day. Perhaps this was my projection of my mood, like the reflection of my barely visible frames and my bold red glasses in the window. Then I had thoughts of swirling red paint taken farther away from the moment, the thinking of a hurting heart punctured. Meanwhile, I was brought back to the now, when a male patient's loud laughter down the hall broke the silence. Later finding out it was his coping mechanism for anger, and Dr. B, her voice the refrain of my stay, came back to me. Please try, in this moment, to remember to be worthy does not mean perfection, and perfection does not mean worthiness. I would argue a mind touched by fire by K. Redfield Jamison, after I'd been grappling with this for years, that my mind has been touched by fire. Thank you.
Everybody at this time, give it up for Sophia Falco. Excellent poetry, fun cover. I dig it.
Well done.
Glad to see you back here. And I hope that your recovery goes a lot speedier and more wholesome as we truck along. One more time, everybody, give it up for Sophia Falco. Hell yeah.
Multiple award-winning poet Sophia Falco. Thank you.
Shocky, thank you.
Multiple award-winning poets Sophia Falco, everybody. There, I had to give it the flavor. All right. We're gonna keep moving along here. On deck we got Sparkillian, but step it up to the plate now, please. At this time, give it up for China Bloodmeyer. Take it away and kill that mic.
This is a cover, very short cover from 7th grade, an album that Baby Sham wrote called Ghetto Story. The road to success is not straight. There's a road called failure, a route called confusion, speed bumps called friends, and red lights called enemies, caution signs called family, and flat tires called jobs. But if you have a spare called determination, with an engine called perseverance, and insurance called faith, with the drive to make it, you will reach a place called success. And that's that piece right there. So I have two pieces because mine are short or straight to the point. This is called Backyard Blues. I wrote this in my backyard recently. What do you do when they no longer congratulate you? No more back pats and I'm proud of yous? What do you do when the world grows quiet and you're the only one rooting for you? when they get tired of seeing you win, when they would do anything to make sure you won't smile again. What do you do after the slick remarks and the constant disregard of how you got this far? The hard work done in the dark. You bury them in your front yard or back, wherever you have space. Take a comfy seat at your fireplace and continue to storytell with a smile on your face. Sip your chai tea, think back to the fact that you've been here for centuries, living humbly off of the beauty sleep, provided knowing that my opposition is buried deep. And yet, I'm still fearful of my greatness. I grew addicted to making people nameless. Can't fake it till I make it. Wherever I go, my energy is meant to shake shit, or a flex to shape shift in rooms to leave motherfuckers faceless. So please take heed. All I aspire to be is a humble deity, chilling on the tongue of man by a means of literature and various stories that tend to get gory. Signed, Chai B, with the liquid of my enemies. And that's peace. This last one is called Confirmation. And then I'm gonna just hush up after this. I'm really about to hurt a lot of people's feelings. Many of my enemies is sagging, with 0 kids in. Miserable at the company you let creep in. Several shades of deep skin holding 7 sins cause you ain't practiced what you preaching. And before I tap your jaw, beware of what you speaking cause I truly believe your character writes your appearance. Welcome to an academy of failed magicians. Don't call on me for assistance, to hand out spiritual prescriptions, ease your suspicions, shift your position, then on my name you spit twisted convictions full of asshole opinions? But you didn't think I would peep you pre-in so you could get that extra breaking news. Well, let me paperboy that sad truth. Just like Otis, ain't nobody here for you. Tabloid quality, I'm about to debut. Why fucking with me is taboo. Gutter hot off the press with a back issue. Snaps to your headline? That shit was impromptu. Since you cloaked it on me like class dues, read all about this, left and right. That who and do. Cause I am what you really feel. My eyes hold everything you have yet to heal. Your insecurities got you hating cause this gem monster a big deal. No wand in hand, yet everything you wish for, I make it real. No smoking gimmicks, just that cold, hard steel. Press deep against your temple, living rent-free in your mental soul. I kindly ask that you don't summon me, cause I find it easy to haunt you in your sleep. Midnight mouth laced with authenticity, her facts hitting you harder than a pig's brutality. Tongue lashing out cause you a fucking fan of me. I'm everything you aspire to be. Your bitch's favorite fantasy, a fairy tale broad your bitch's favorite fantasy, a fairy tale broad leaving behind a legacy. And who you pretend to be is just that, a failed porno, a loose lip act. So end scene, cause you can't copy the meow on this cat. No potion could make you stomach this. The longer you sit with me, the more people will see your darkness. I'm real welcomed in that graveyard shift, blessed with the light and the God's gift, to leave you exposed with a permanent facelift, in the bed of the demons that you lying with. Have you alarmed when them shots ring off, hit you in your chest with that COVID cough, leave you dead, like damn, I guess they was really soft. And when they ask who did it, provide the plot twist. It was Chai who starved the artist, that empress bitch, covered in tattoos, who stored her enemies in a back room. And the more your lips move, the more of your energy I consume. So be careful when you think them doors are closed. My team is always watching and standing 10 toes. That's it. So nervous, y'all. So nervous. Shaking and my hands is sweating and but thank you. Thank you. That's it.
Yo, it's all good. It's that energy. It makes you feel alive. It confirms that you're alive. Everybody give it up for China Bloodmeyer. Fuck yeah.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. So glad you shared.
I'm glad that you came by to Slam Jam this past Saturday and you following up with another solid contribution to the space here. You're dope. Everybody, one more time, give it for China Bloodmeyer. All right. Let's see what we got here. We got, from the looks of it, 4 more poets. On deck, we got choral rights, but stepping up to the plate now, please get it for Part Killian. Take it away when you are ready.
All right. Thank you so much, Dre, and everybody here for making this space. This is from a prompt from over the weekend. It's called Aranciata Rossa. Surrounded by friends, I sip on my Aranciata Rossa and drift away. I can taste the blood orange I bought on the street at a vendor's stall in the Italian market on Philly's south side. The flavor, surprising, tang married to the shock of the deep, crimson flesh that swirls within the fragrant peel it hid beneath. The sounds of this crowded restaurant bring me back from that city, that day long ago. Then I have a cover that is another poem about blood oranges, written by Liesl Muller. This is called Blood Oranges. In 1936, a child in Hitler's Germany, what did I know about the war in Spain? Andalusia was a tango on a wind-up gramophone. Franco, a hero's face in the paper. No one told me about a poet for whose sake I might have learned Spanish, bleeding to death on a barren hill. All I knew of Spain were those precious imported treats we splurged on for Christmas. I remember pulling the sections apart, lining them up, sucking each one slowly so the red sweetness would last and last, while I was reading a poem by a long-dead German poet, in which the woods stood safe under the moon's milky eye, and the white fog in the meadows aspired to become lighter than air. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Everybody give it up for Parkillian at this time. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Just gonna refer back to the list here. We're now dwindling down to 3 unless other people show up. Because, you know, that could be a thing. Part of the chaos that brings more magic. We're cool with it, right? On deck, we got Shocky G, but stepping up to the plate now, please, at this time, give it up for Coral Rights. Unmute and take it away when you are ready.
Hi, thank you. So my cover piece is going to be a poem by Dana Kinsey from her book Mixtape Venus. And it's called oh, nope, that's not the book. It's called To My Student Who Cried for the Creature in Frankenstein. He wasn't built with green skin, bolted temples, and a square head, some monstrous urge to kill. You knew this going in. Yes, he opened his eyes unwanted, skin stretched, crudely stitched over bones too big for him. You peer and feel and flinch. Cast off to villagers terrified of his power to destroy, doomed unless they got to him first, the injustice clear in your eyes. Weary in abandoned ice cave, so hungry for companionship, even his own name escaped him. This hurt you the most. It's what crushes me too. He wished only for soft, good night kisses from lips wet with ocean waves sweet as birdsong. He thought words could save him, which is what I say to you still. Though these days it sounds closer to hollow, I know, when even breath is hard. Someone should have wanted him. How does a person create another without knowing they will hold more tightly when lightning lashes the dark? He wasn't the real monster, just a newborn soul shoved into a world that could not see how naturally his fingers curled around another hand. And because I'm really tired, the piece that I'm going to read of mine is short, doesn't have a title. And I meditate because it saves my life. I don't exaggerate. Once in a car crash, it saved me from a concrete fate. It's also given me a pinhole of light in times of darkness before it became too late. Sometimes hesitation can cause devastation, but meditation gives me space. Space that allows for grace before I disassociate, or worse, I detonate. It allows me a moment to listen and excavate all that causes friction, that writes a fiction that denigrates. It allows me to pause, to choose another path, purpose, elucidate. Now on a new path, not stuck in the past, I'm in a sensate flow state, dedicated to meditate for the space it creates. We can find our freedom and design our own fate. Pick the world up with us, pick up the world and take it with us. Allow the pain to abate. The world can be free. There is no need to wait.
All right, everybody at this time, give it up for Coral Rights. Yeah, right on. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for doing what you do. All right. Okay. We got 2 more poets on deck. It's me, Boo the host. But anyway, up next we got Shocky G. Unmute and take it away when you are ready.
Oh, I'm still looking for a poem. Can you go first?
Okay. All right then. We'll switch up the gears. Cool. In that case, at this time, please give it up for your host, Trey Reyes. Ah! Oh my god. Anyway. So, let's see here. For a cover, I was able to locate a poem from Mighty Mike McGee that I liked a lot. And there's a pun intended there because this one is called Like. I like you the way I like my wonton packed full of shrimp. Like too much syrup on my pancakes and in my beard. Like Mr. Furley enjoyed eavesdropping through kitchen doors. Like blue whales like to say, I like you a whole bunch of a lot. More, more. You're a pocket full of awesome. I like you unlike Aaron Neville likes his mole. Like Texans like Texas. Like fat kids like cake. Like 2 likes 3 and 4 like 6. 5 has issues. Like tuna sandwiches like teeth. Like cherry flavored Slurpees like to wash down convenience store nachos. Like lazy boys like Sunday afternoon asses. I like you whole bunch of a lot and a little bit more. You're a bottomless basket of extra crispy French fries covered in awesome sauce. I like you similar to the way pirates and frat boys like booty, like newlyweds like Holiday Inns, like bohemians, yuppies, and Japanese like sushi, like David Copperfield likes performing grand scale, yet lame ass feats of illusion. Like the US government likes performing grand scale, yet lame ass feats of illusion. Like testicles and homeboys like to hang, like homeless people and breakdancers like cardboard. Like Americans like ranch dressing, like Muppets like fisting. I like you a whole bunch of a lot and a lot more times infinity. Who just came in? Okay. Lost my place. I guess that happens when you're host. Maybe that's starting to dip into the equation of love. Nevertheless, I got a thing for you like magnets got it for refrigerators. I'm stuck on you and I like it. I like you an official metric fuckload. I think you're a body full of soul and I hope you like me back. Even if it's like dust likes furniture, at least you're all over me. I'm making a pledge because I guess I'm tired of meeting people who define themselves by what they don't like. I just don't like that. However, I do like holding you. The way your pillow holds your head when you sleep. The way gay, lesbian, transgender, transsexual, Irish, and Mexican people hold parades. The way PBS holds fundraisers. The way the earth holds the moon and the sun holds the earth, and how they'll constantly spin around each other forever. And even though that metaphor doesn't really make sense in regards to this poem, because that would imply that there would be three of us, which would be awesome. You get the idea. In my book, you rock. And I like rocks. And just because I spent an hour or so writing this down doesn't mean you have to like me back, but damn it, I would really like that poem. So that's Mighty Mike McGee. Now we're going to do this other piece, this original piece. It's funny that it started off talking about wonton. Because I was having a conversation with Coral Rights not too long ago about any other poems that reference Crab Rangoon, and I stumbled upon this poem that talks about wonton and Chinese food and how it would turn wrestler Jeff Hardy crazy. So this is a persona piece of Jeff Hardy talking about his love for Chinese food. It's called Wonton Bomb. Man, it feels good to be back in China Garden. Cameron, North Carolina may be my hometown, but China Garden is my true home, sacred ground for my soul. Living in the moment will never be my downfall here. It has and forever will be my salvation. From teriyaki chicken to lo mein, fried rice to dumplings, spring rolls to crab rangoon, China Garden has it all to feed my appetite for destruction. I cannot wait to get my hands on some wonton because that is bomb as hell with literally anything. We don't have enough time to describe myself, but let's just say wonton turns me into a whole different monster. Kind of like what happens to Bruce Banner when he hulks up. But instead of getting super bulked, I turn the environment around me like into a reincarnation of one of my Daredevil matches. I feel alive and thrive while taking dives from huge heights, both figuratively and literally. But when it comes to Chinese food, Matt and I are the world tag team champs, and wonton is my adrenaline. I'll never forget the last time I went here back in Christmas 2016, back when my brother Matt was going through his broken phase. I was feeling a little reckless, so I figured I'd join in on the fun. Life's too short. Dressed lavishly in our broken garb, we passed through the entrance doors and went to the counter. The dude serving us looked worried at our broken condition, as Matt called it. Well, they should have been worried. Him and the entire staff. They clearly didn't hear about us, and they're about to find out the Hardy way. We were prepared to render the restaurant obsolete with the hope that our appetite would be deleted. I hyped myself for the first bites, for I knew then that my appetite was about to take things to the extreme. Oddly enough, I couldn't remember anything after the first bite. The initial crunch of wonton in my mouth was more satisfying than any crunch I've made in the ring, whether it be with my bones or with tables, ladders, and chairs I'd crashed through. What I do remember was truly a sight to behold. The dining area was absolutely wrecked. Broken tables, dented chairs, and two ladders near where we ate, with floors splattered with soy sauce, fried rice, and lo mein, with everybody else lying unconscious on the floor. As if that wasn't wild enough, Matt's fabled mower of lawns crashed through the entrance with his with his father-in-law Benjamin furiously breaking every fortune cookie in the driver's seat. My body felt as wrecked as the restaurant was for some reason as I picked myself up, crawling up to the counter where Matt was merrily stuffing his face with so much crab rangoon in his gullet, it looked like he was foaming from the mouth. Brother Nero! I knew you'd come! The Garden of China has been met with its final deletion, and it wouldn't have been possible without you. Matt then removed himself from the counter and bear hugged me, and damn, I felt even more broken. As Matt drove us away in the mower of lawns, Matt's recollection of the event sounded like it was a fun time, man. If only we had the Dudleys involved. They always had that sweet hookup with tables, and I would have preferred to have gone through those instead of those more compact pieces of shit. That part where Matt and I juked on top of the ladders after Matt and I took dives off the ladders onto Apollo Wonton sounded really dope. I really wish I could recall it. I tried asking for the security footage, but the Hardy Boys were banned indefinitely from setting foot or coming in contact with China Garden. The time Matt and I rendered China Garden obsolete for a month has been a fun story to tell around Christmas in the family, although I get some strange and worried looks. We haven't had Chinese food for Christmas dinner since then. As I approach the counter this time, it's much different. Time has passed, and it's my youngest daughter's birthday. And both of our families will be celebrating together. Nothing is more extreme than the love I have for my family, and today I'll be living in the moment for her. Poem. Thank you.
Woo, woo, woo.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Bing bong.
Let me just update the list because it looks like we got a couple of peeps
It was the
joining
China
in.
Garden for me. I was just listening to where we were at. We was in China Garden.
No, Maddie, I want to hear a poem.
I'm going to be posting the list right now, the updated list.
Okay.
Okay, so on deck, we got Maddie. But stepping up to the plate now, please give it for Shocky G.
Whoa, whoa. All right. I found my cover poem. I think it's a little long, but it reads fast. So, I've been annoying the hell out of her the last few weeks trying to get my set together for tour. So I'm gonna do a Ebony Stewart poem. It's a happy Father's Day. Say I only write about the bad things. Say I can't remember the good things. Say I couldn't know or remember all that bad. Said I was too young. Said I got a good imagination. Say I'm still writing about the old stuff. Yes, I ain't got over it yet. He don't like how what I write make him look like he ain't shit, like he ain't raised his kids, like he don't love us still. Guess I shouldn't write the truth. Guess I shouldn't write how I feel the way how I grew up, the way I want. But now, guess I shouldn't make him look like he ain't nothing but some storm donor, some dude. He says he's tired of not being the hero in my poems. I say me too. I write what I I write what I know. He don't like the memories he left me with either. Don't like being reminded of his faults. But I look in the mirror every day, got his face, and what that make me. I say how I'm supposed to escape. He say you better. I say that's what happens when you leave and ain't got nothing when you come back. I say where I'm from, that shit hurts. He say you ain't gonna be successful. I said you made sure of that. Even if I am, you won't have shit to do with that either. He says, I bought you ice cream once, took you to the movies a few times, made you dinner, played you in Tekken that time. Remember, I came to your track meet once. That one time you played football. Remember, I met your boyfriend once, twice, maybe 3 times. Remember, I bought you that one book for that one class when you was in college that one time. Remember, I came to your graduation, but was at your wedding. Remember, we danced. Remember, I say you show up to be seen, to get praise and glory that don't belong to you. I must be ungrateful, needing more than one book, help paying off the student loans. All you done shit. I guess I shouldn't want for shit. Not that shoulder when I got that divorce, when I almost got raped, when I broke my ankle playing those sports. Guess I was only hungry once. To watch the same movie for the rest of my life, eat only one flavor of ice cream, but I heard Baskin and Robbins got 32. Guess I'll need no talking to on how not to get hurt by all these men. You the best lesson. Yeah, when you left, your heart was enough for the both of us. Act like you ain't do nothing. Guess I ain't Christian. Guess I can't get over it. I'm so mean. I talk to you so bad, treat you so funny. Yeah, when I grew up without you, I took you from me. Yes, without you, I have nothing to write about. So thank you for teaching me to make nothing out of something the way you raised me. Um, I'm just gonna pick a random poem, so I don't know what it is. This one's called Balloon. I used to think there was power in forgetting. You know how women's bodies forget the trauma of childbirth, so they'll give birth more than once. But when you are not the one forgetting, it is a different kind of pain. How dementia turns our loved ones into people we always knew while being strangers. Remembering things you wish you forget. How is your mother? She always asks as if things have changed since the last time we spoke. I say, she's okay. Why have her hold on to a balloon of grief if she doesn't have to? I let it float away like her memories until she says, and who are you? And suddenly I become a deconstructed origami crane. They see the folds, but not the finished picture, a half-finished sketch of an erased past, how your memory is only drawn in pencil, but leaves the heart black and blue like ink. I used to think there was power in forgetting, but the real strength comes in holding on to the memories. All right, now I'm gonna get out the way so I can hear Maddie do a poem.
Everybody unmute and show some love for Shocky G at this time. Yeah.
Shaki. Dude, I love that poem that you covered and the one that you did. Those are both amazing.
Thank you.
Always
It's
a
better
good
if you
time.
watch. It's better if you watch Ebony's on YouTube. She does it better than me, obviously.
Always a good time seeing you around these parts, Shocky. One more time, give it up for Shocky G. Hell yeah. All right. On deck, closing the show is Angel Kim, but stepping up to the plate now, please give it up for Maddie. Unmute and take it away when you are ready.
Oh my goodness. Hello. Hi, everybody. It's been so long. I just thought I'd hop on here. I didn't think I'd get called up to this stage at this moment. So give me 1 second. Covering a poem by our dearest Megan Falley from the book Drive Here and Devastate Me. It's called Eulogy for the Family Pig. When I hear the Joni Mitchell song, How She Kissed a Sunset Pig, I think of you. That's what you were once. Motorcycle cop zooming alongside the puddle of gods. Perhaps that's what you are now again. In heaven, though, we are Jews and we do not believe, and so you are nowhere. A sunset swine, even though later you'd be sent to the pen for shipping hash in the legs of tables from India to America, caught in a major bust in Grand Central Station and had to let go of your child's hand to run. Of course, I only knew you as tall and bearded, looking like a mall Santa, but from Israel. I only knew you as the man who owned a manicure file and buffer and business and could hold any woman's hand and flirt her nails into pearls. And you are why I always know to search for the brown paper in the toes of new shoes, because you couldn't feel your extremities, diabetes. You couldn't feel the paper crumpled up around your toes in there all day like trash or first drafts. Your own feet a bloodbath, but you did not feel it, could not feel it. And later, how they had to amputate your toe, and later again your foot. And the night before the surgery, to take the whole bottom half of your leg, you took your medicine wrong, even though you were a Mensa genius, your IQ taller than us all. So maybe you took your medicine right. You'd be in the bathroom where later your daughter would also die and join you, or not. Some years before, she tattooed "Mind your own fucking business" on her thigh because that was the thing you said, your motto. And in death, everything we said could have been beautiful. And I am eulogizing you not because I loved you, I didn't, but because I think you are the birthplace of my shame. I was 9, and in my new violet dress from Kids Are Us, it was polyester, which is a material a kid could mistake for silk. It had roses on it. You pointed to my belly, though, and told me it was wrong. They say we do not die if we are remembered, but you are remembered in every dressing room and bathing suit season, and each first time with a lover. I remember you. I was like Eve then, naked and beautiful, and you were the apple in my mouth, and I was aware of myself for the first time. The apple in a centerpiece's pig's mouth, a sunset pig's mouth. It's not a big deal that you said it, but it's everything. You were the first one to make me hate myself, and in that way you created me, are actually my father, actually my God. And because we are Jews and God is everywhere, you are not just some place in the sky, but with me always. You are a genius. Your opinion of my body mattered, a family heirloom in my hands. You passed it down to me, into me maybe, knowing I would carry it, knowing I would keep you alive. Home. Yeah, fucking great poem. All right, I got one. I got a short one for you. I I wrote a very short little poem. It's called First Date Conversation. It's meant as like a, oh, whatever. First date conversation. Do you know this ache? The one on your knuckles? I got this scar from a bookcase. The story goes, can I say something about myself? Do you hold ugly things in your hands and then name them something more forgiving? Is my shame that bad? My silly filth? I think it needs salt or acid. Here, try this. Is it good? Smile wrinkles. Look at all of our gray. I love this scar. It does not hurt me anymore. You want to hear a story? Your eyes are like mine. Did you go to school? What's your favorite dessert? Do you sleep on your side and snore? Are we ugly? Are we really that bad? I got you this coupon for Restaurant Depot. You like this color? You like my teeth? I'm soft here, and this part bites, and this part loves so, so much.
Maddie, I love you.
That was so cool. That was really cool. Everybody, show some love for Maddie at this time.
Thanks, y'all. Love you.
Yay, Maddie.
That cover was crazy. God damn. All right. Here we go. So, unless we're getting anybody else coming in, we're going to be closing the show with one more poet. And with that said, everybody, show some love for Angel Kim at this time. Unmute and take it away when you are ready.
Hi. I did not know I was going to be on a list, so I was not prepared. But everybody's been great that I heard. Sorry I was late, but I found out late. I guess we'll just go with I'll go with this. Trampling over my shattered heart, darkness falls from my eyes like it dims, but I'm trying to correct my vision. of illegitimate love laced in deceit. Waking me up just a little too late, slapping me across the face. I was already in too deep. You could have saved all the drama, all the bullshit, all the lies, asking only for truth when confronted. Words spoken slithered from your lips like shedding skin off a snake's ass. I loved you, so I believed you. Believed I needed you, believed I was getting the real you while basking in the moonlight, obsessed with premature thoughts of love finding me. You became my candy man, feeding me sweets of futuristic, thoughtful memories, saying to myself, this man has to love me. He sees me. He would never do me wrong, but I was the one wrong, dead wrong. This love shit's for the birds. I couldn't see beyond lighted waves of hope. Never get it though. I never understand why people boomerang your emotions feeling it's okay. I'll never understand why people feel it's a game to break you down to the point of no return, then are blinded by the damage they've caused, especially when you've told them what you've already been through. Not understanding. It takes courage to love. There's a thin line between love and hate. And I'm trying to let my hate for you go. I'm I'm tired of this type of poetry continually finding its way back to my pen over and over again, even though I've healed, or so I thought. Maybe I truly haven't. Trying to find some type of poetic justice for the injustices done to me while letting my words play out as my heart bleeds out, torn and trampled on. When I gave you my all, you left me ready to end all. If there's ever a next time, I think I'll just think like a man. Put my feelings to the side, fuck them, then leave with their
Are you still there? You,
She muted herself. I think that was the end of the poem.
Oh no. No, I didn't mute me. Somebody muted me.
Oh, we
I
heard
didn't.
Tails talk and then you stopped.
I didn't mute. It
Oh
just.
yeah.
It looks like we lost you for a split moment after you said "fuck."
Oh okay. Let's see. I don't even know where that was. I'd be so into it. Mm, I'll just start here. I'm trying to let my hate for you go. I'm tired of writing this type of poetry, but it continuously finds its way back to my pen over and over again, even after healing. Maybe I truly haven't let go like I thought I had, trying to find some type of poetic justice for the injustices done to me, letting my words cry out as my heart bleeds out, torn and trampled on when I gave you my all. You left me ready to end it all. If there's ever a next time, I think I'll just think like a man. Put my feelings to the side, fuck them, then leave them running with their tails tucked between their legs so this type of shit won't happen again. Realizing now that love's a wake up call laced in gasoline, waiting for someone to light a match to set it all ablaze, hoping it'll bring happiness. It never does. But to watch it burn gave some molecule of satisfaction. Now it's time to get my groove back. However, my mind is ready to set it off, trying to figure out how to get away with murder, feeding brownies to a brownie behind bars of my heart as a first time felon. I never want to be stripped down, bare, feeling nothing but nakedness at the peak of my valley, left with nothing but photographs holding a fistful of tears and an
and evanescent memories sitting here while trying to wait and exhale.
Awesome.
That's
I'm
that
so
poem.
I'm so glad I was able to hear the rest of that poem, and I hope everybody's on the same page. Everybody give it up for Angel Kim at this time. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm so
Heck
glad we got to
yeah.
hear the rest of it.
I'm sorry I got cut off. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, technology is weird. I mean, the other day, Microsoft kind of like destroyed the tech world briefly for like a hot second. So I don't know. Technology is very weird. It's coming a long way, but still has a long way to go. But I'm glad that we're able to have you here and have everybody here sharing their poetry and also sharing the poetry of others right in this fun space here. And with that said, that concludes another episode of Chaos Magic. You will join us next time. We're same bad time, same bad channel every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also check us out on Instagram, Open Minds Open Mic, where you will be able to follow us on all of our shows. Our next show will be this Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Open Minds Open Mic. Anything goes. All performance artists are welcome. Hope to see you there. Same Zoom room. Until next time, please keep writing and please keep loving. Peace and love to you all. Have a good night.
Night.
Peace.